Gurfateh, you were last seen in the recently released Netflix series Class. You play the character of Neeraj Kumar, who's the elder brother of Neeraj Kumar, who also had this relationship with Suhani, who's your brother's
Brother's
classmate.
girlfriend. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
First, congratulations for a winning performance. What is the nicest compliment and from whom that you have got so far for your performance? The one you were really looking forward.
I don't think actually. I was talking to someone about it yesterday uh, that when you expect something from a project and you know that you worked hard, आपको बहुत stress होता है because you're hoping कि that you're really hoping that people come up to you and appreciate your work and they like it. And I think when you know that it's not a good project and it's like okay, time pass, let it be. Then you're fine. Then you're chill. So I think I was extremely nervous. I was extremely nervous. I had no idea how this had gone because there was the accent, there was lockdown. We kept shooting, then breaking. We kept shooting, breaking, and in fact, funny story. Our show was also about to get cancelled midway after shoot, but thankfully it all happened and worked out. But I think I was not looking forward to anything, but I was just extremely scared because it's a very tricky character. It's also a very tricky show with all newcomers. So I was just hoping that people enjoy it and like it for what it is, rather than sort of getting into the that it's a remake, it's an adaptation, elite, because it's a very famous show. But I think one thing that I really I mentioned earlier also, one thing I really appreciated is getting feedback and like getting messages from actors that who are already in the industry. Like Tapsi took especially messaged Mehreen, took my number and then messaged me after she watched the show, and she had some really good things to say about it. And she told me that keep doing what you're doing and choosing these different projects because it's working, and that's what makes an actor. That's what sort of puts you in a different stage than everyone else. So I think that Saqib Bhai messaged today, Saqib Salim. I think finished it, and this morning only he messaged that bro, you're too good, and like I really like the show. And I was like, thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. He was like, no, I didn't like it. I loved it. So when you get feedback and sort of messages from the people who are already in the industry and been there for too long. Karan sir called me after watching the show, and he had some really good things to say about me and the other cast members. So I think that's something that I really appreciate.
I know Class is a young show. It talks about young people. It is
Right,
targeted at young audience.
right.
Hence, it's fun and light, and in some way superficial.
Yeah,
Also, you play a character who belongs to Dalit community, and that is a big reason for one of the big conflicts of the show in the show. In a country like India, where this is a very sensitive topic, do you feel any responsibility to represent the community or the caste in an authentic or a sensitive manner? And did that play on your mind when you were playing this part?
yeah, of course, because when you're not from that community, or when you haven't dealt with the differences that people deal with when it comes to caste on a everyday basis, and especially as an actor, that my responsibility is when I'm playing a character, when I'm playing someone from a specific socio-economic background, I have to do justice to it in all senses. So there was a lot of prep that went into it. Studying about caste, how Dr. Ambedkar, his whole ideology, how the whole caste system worked. I read some books on, how Dalits have functioned and how they are now, and like what's changed, what's not changed. Why is the caste system so prevalent still in India? And there are a few documentaries very easily available on YouTube and very insightful. So I think just realizing that unsaid difference that still exists in all of us, and the revolt to it. So me playing that Dalit character, I had to be sure of that underlying a tension which is always there. You know, I think when you watch the show, and like Neeru, I wanted to keep him always on the edge, because when someone's been wronged since childhood and since birth, because of the birthright is only not there, and we created a backstory which was such that we took inspiration from like real life incidences. Uh, so yeah, so I think it has to be, there is a responsibility, it has to be done right. And I think I've tried to do my level best in this. Hopefully I'll only do better, but in the time that we were given, I prepped as much as I could, and yeah, hopefully I've done justice to it.
There are scenes in class which have these long silences.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed the scene, the one where Suhani comes to your house and your brother is also there, and she suggests to whack her uncle's phone. And do actors mostly crave for such scenes which have these long silences and less dialogues?
I mean, actors should. I don't think that they do all the time. When we get a script, a lot of actors, a lot of us, initially we think कि यार अरे dialogue नहीं है, हमारा screen time पता नहीं कितना होगा. You know, we need like length, longer scenes. But actually, the performance comes in the silences, because you have to, when there's nothing to do, what do you do? When there's nothing to say, what do you say? And or everything has to be from actions, from your eyes, and acting starts from the eyes anyway. So I think that's the most interesting part, because when you can play those silences, you know you're in the character. Because I mean, lines are crutches, and a lot of times, I mean, I think me and Oshim sir and Kabir, Gul ma'am, everyone, we used to, uh, we when we would read the scene before shooting, we would be like, you know, let's remove this line. It's not required, because why am I? Extra dialogues are not required. Extra dialogues will. I need the audience to take a journey of their own. I don't want to feed them an emotion. I don't want to feed them a scene. I would like to do whatever I am doing as a character, and then different people will perceive things differently, and which is the beauty of acting, you know. And if that's happening, that's great. I'm glad you like that scene which you were saying, because I think yeah, it's the best. It's the best when you don't have anything to say and you have to do something.
Gurfateh, I know this is you have worked earlier in Guilty and in Brahmastra, two movies.
Yeah,
This is your first series.
yeah.
So when you work on a series, does it become more exhaustive for an actor compared to working on a film?
It is more challenging for sure, because it's longer format. You have to sort of stay with the character and plan your character arc, and stay within the range of the emotions that you're allowed in, as per your character. So it does get hard, because it's also, you're shooting for a longer period of time rather than shooting 40, 50, 60 days. You're shooting like a longer time over a even longer course of period. So I think that gets extremely challenging, but it's also fun, because in a film you don't get so much leeway and you don't get so much time to sort of develop your character. In this, you have more layers. You can make it even more complicated, because it's, you have more time, you have more lines, you have many more scenes, so you have much more to play with.
You played Sher in Brahmastra.
Yeah,
Will we be seeing you in the sequel of the film?
I hope so. I don't know anything about it yet. I think everyone's taking a break once we have a script, and in good time. I obviously there. I mean, I can't not be there, because that was part one. Part two will happen. Obviously, we're going to be a part of the story. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll be bigger and better.
You know, your sister Marine Pirzada is also an actor.
Yeah,
She's also very good in the film Filori.
yeah.
Did she give
Thank you.
you any acting tips or an advice when you decided to become an actor?
Actually, she gives me advice on dancing and all that stuff. But apart from that, acting, I think I have, Mehreen is much more instinctual, natural actor. I am someone who's trained, and I think things just happened that way, because Mehreen got work, a lot more work early on, and she learnt her acting and her craft on set, and I did not have that much work. So I chose that way. I did theater, I did acting schools, I did workshops. So I think that made me a better actor over time. So I am, I think, more an actor by the book. She's more actor by, you
Yes.
know, actually by being on set. So She asked me for advice. I asked her for advice. But yeah, I mean, we help each other like that. But yeah, she's brilliant for sure.
Last year in March, it was announced that you'll be part of Bhedhak
Yeah.
along with other debutants, Lakshya Kapoor and Shanaya Kapoor. Would you please like to share any update about that film? Is that on track right now?
It's not on track right now. It's delayed. It's a tricky time for films right now in the industry. You know how it is. After COVID, obviously audiences have changed. Everything has changed. So we're just waiting for a better time. Uh, I, Even I have prior commitments. I have to shoot another show which I'm starting now, which is also with Dharma, and post that I have to. Hopefully, we have to start season 2 also because we can't wait too much, and obviously the audience is also keen on seeing where the story goes. So we're also waiting to see where the story will head. But Bhedhak will happen in better time. And not just Bhedhak, actually, there's lot of other interesting things that I'm reading, interesting people I'm meeting right now, and there will be films very soon.
Now you have an acting diploma. You were
Yeah.
also part of films starring Ranbir Kapoor, Amitabh Bachchan, Kiara Advani,
Yeah.
and now Class. Each experience teaches you something. According to you, who taught you or from whom you learned the most about acting while working on these projects?
About acting, I think I think it'll have to be Ranveer, because it's not that he taught me something, or we spoke about acting such as such. We spoke about films for sure, but just the way he's on set, and the way he deals with between action and cut. Like I used to be in awe, and I've really watched him because he's my favorite actor. One, and second, I just loved being on set when I was 21 when I was on Brahmastra, and like there was Amitabh Bachchan, there was Ranbir Kapoor, Alia, the best of the best. And I think early on in that, at that age, and at the start of my career, just being around them, you you learn so much just by the way they uh, work and way they carry themselves on set. I think that will definitely be my biggest learning experience.
Of course, you were good in Guilty and in Brahmastra, but Class is the show that has put you on the map now. Now everybody's talking about because of the
Yeah, for sure. I think it would have been guilty otherwise,
yeah.
but it's just that the lockdown happened and things just changed, and there was a 6 month silence. But
It was a
Class,
good
definitely.
film. Guilty was a full good film, but Class is the one which got everybody talking.
Yeah. Class, because it's also the second thing where people have seen me, and I've always believed that the first project is your start, yes, but your second project is the one that decides, are you going to be there or are you going to disappear? Because uh, एक बार तो तुक्का लग जाता है. Second time you have to be good. Second time you have to be good to sort of cement that, okay, this person is a good actor and we can work with him. So this has definitely been, I don't believe I've cemented it, but I know that I've sort of built a foundation, and now it's up to me. Now I just have to be focused and choose good work.
We are looking forward to many more performances. Thank you so
Thank you.
much and best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.